Now starting with the second problem, I'll first read the problem and I'll represent the data comparing with the master diagram as we have already done in first problem. So a line AB 100 mm long, that means the true length of the line is given. So from the master diagram I know two notations which are A dash B1 dash true length in front view and AB2 true length in top view. So I can write the data A dash B1 dash is equal to AB2 is equal to 100 mm. Now reading further, is inclined at an angle of 30 degree to the HP. That means the true inclination of the true length is given, that angle is theta from the master diagram. So I can write theta is equal to 30 degree and 45 degree to VP. That means from the master diagram I know the angle phi, which is the true inclination of line with the VP. So I can write phi is equal to 45 degree. Reading further, its end A is 10 mm above the HP and 20 mm in front of the VP. That means the point A is lying in first quadrant. So I can write front view position A dash 10 mm above the XY. So I can write A dash above XY and the distance is 10 mm. Similarly, it is 20 mm in front of the VP. So I know the top view A is 20 mm below XY. So I can write A below XY and the distance is 20 mm. Draw the projections when the point B is in the fourth quadrant. Now here we need to be careful because the master diagram is drawn when the point B is in first quadrant. Now as we know, if the point is in fourth quadrant, both its front view and top view will lie below the XY line. So I can write for B, its corresponding front view B dash will be below XY and B, the corresponding top view will be also below XY. Here for first quadrant B dash was above the XY and B was below the XY. So we need to take care of this. Everything else will be same as master diagram. So now starting with the XY line. So first I need to draw a reference line. Now I need to see the space utilization. As I said, both the front view and top view for point B are going to be below XY and A is 10 mm above XY and 20 mm below XY. So maximum part of the solution will be below XY. So I need to leave maximum space below. So first I'll draw the reference line XY. Now to start with, I should first locate the position of A dash and A, which will lie on the same vertical projector. So I'll first draw a vertical projector. It should be vertical line exactly perpendicular to XY. So on this line, I'll locate A dash 10 mm above XY. And A is 20 mm below XY. So 20 mm further, so total 30. So I have located position of A dash and A with respect to XY. Now the next data available is true length and true inclinations. So I can produce A dash B1 dash at an angle theta and similarly true length AB2 at an angle phi, which are known to me from the data. But the question here is, where should I produce those angles with respect to A dash and A, upwards or downwards? So first we will draw the horizontal lines passing through A dash and A to measure those angles theta and phi. Then we will decide where to produce. upwards or downwards. Now with respect to A dash, I'll measure the angle theta. Now I have two options. I can produce that angle 30 degree upwards from A dash or downwards. But here I need to check the position of B1 dash. For that I know the position of B dash, which is below xy. Obviously B1 dash and B1 dash and B dash are lying on the same locus of B dash. So both the points will be below xy because the point is in fourth quadrant and not in the first quadrant. So I need to produce that angle theta 30 degree below xy because position of B dash is below xy. So I need to produce that angle in the downward direction, which is 30 degree, and with this 30 degree angle I need to draw the true length, which is A dash B1 dash and equal to 100 mm. Okay, so here I'm locating the point B1 dash, but I'm getting it below xy. Similarly with A, I can measure the angle phi to locate B2, which is the true length in top view. Again I need to check position of B for that. Now here the point is in B is in fourth quadrant, so B is obviously going to lie below xy. So again I need to measure this angle phi downwards only. Because with respect to A, if I measure that angle 45 degree in upward direction, the position of B will go above xy. So that will be wrong. So I need to produce that angle 45 degree below. That means in the downward direction. So with A, I'll measure angle 45 in the downward direction, and again I need to take length equal to true length, which is 100 mm. So with A, I'll produce true length 100 mm at an angle 45 degree, and that will give me the end point B2. As we have located B1 dash and B2, I can now draw the locus of B dash and locus of B respectively, passing through, those are the horizontal lines passing through B1 dash and B2 respectively. So taking the reference of xy line and drawing the parallel lines to xy passing through B1 dash and B2 respectively to get the loci of B dash and B respectively. So drawing the horizontal line passing through B1 dash, this will give me the locus of B dash, and drawing the line passing through B2, this will give me the locus of B. So locus of B dash and locus of B. Now I am sure that the required points, the front view of point B and top view, those are B dash and B. So B dash is obviously going to lie on this locus and B is obviously going to lie on this locus of B. Now I'll denote those angles, since from A dash B1 dash the angle measured is theta, which is 30 degrees. So I'll write here. Again I'll write the true length for A dash B1 dash, which is 100. Similarly, for top view, we have measured this AB2 at an angle phi, which is 45 degrees, and the true length is again 100 mm. Okay. Now we have used A dash B1 dash, AB2, then theta, 5, then A dash A. Then we have also used the position of B. So we have used all the data given in the problem. Now using the master diagram, I need to complete the solution. Now no data is left, So I need to follow the procedure in master diagram now. Now as I know, from B1 dash, from the master diagram, I can drop a projector vertically, either upwards or downwards, up to horizontal line passing through A to locate B1, and that AB1 will give me the plan length, which will be equal to the actual top view. So I'll follow the same method. So from B1 dash, I'm dropping a vertical projector up to a horizontal line passing through A. So from B1 dash, and obviously that line should be exactly vertical. So be careful while drawing the parallel lines. So from B1 dash, I'm dropping a projector. Sorry, I should drop it only up to horizontal line passing through A. So obviously it should be up to A only, not A dash. So here I'm getting the corresponding corresponding top view of B1 dash, which is B1. So I'll get point B1 here, and this length AB1, which is the plan length. So this length is plan length, which will be equal to the top view. So as I know, plan length is equal to top view, and top view AB, the point B is obviously going to lie on the locus of B, which we have already marked. So now I can take the distance equal to the plan length in the compass, and I can produce the arc up to locus of B. So with AB1 as a distance in compass and A as a center, I'll produce the arc till it cuts the locus of B. So this will give me the required point B. Okay. So we have got the final top view for point B. Similarly, as we know, the vertical projector drop from B2 up to the horizontal line from A dash will give me the point B2 dash, and this A dash B2 dash is nothing but the elevation length, which is equal to the front view, which will help me in getting the exact front view of the point B, which is B dash. So we'll follow the same method here. So now from B2, I need to drop a vertical projector up to horizontal line passing through A dash. So from B2, I'm dropping a vertical projector up to this horizontal line passing through A dash. So this point is obviously corresponding front view of B2, which is B2 dash, and as I know, A dash B2 dash is called as elevation length, which will be equal to the front view. So now, as we have already located locus of B dash, and now we have the elevation length A dash B2 dash, so I can produce this arc up to locus of B dash to get point B dash. So with elevation length in compass A dash B2 dash, I'm producing the arc up to locus of B dash to get the exact front view of the point, which is B dash. Okay. So now I can join the final positions. So AB is giving me the required top view of the line. So I can join AB, and it should be dark compared to the rest lines, because that is my final answer. And similarly with A dash, I can join up to B dash to get the actual front view of the line. Okay, so this is the top view and this is the front view. Okay, now nothing is asked like major angle alpha or beta, so this completes your solution. Now to check whether your solution is right or wrong, as I said in the master diagram, the test is B dash and B should lie on the same vertical line. So I'll just verify some minute error is accepted. Every time it is not possible to get the same those points B dash and B on same vertical line, because due to some error in measuring the angles or drawing the parallel lines will produce some error. So now here I can check B dash and B are lying on the same vertical line. That means I can assure that my solution is right. Some minute error is acceptable. Okay, so that completes the solution for this problem.